The Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) has been predicting that northern Nigeria will experience extreme weather conditions, resulting appearing on the list.
Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, continues to deploy democratic means to resolve impasse in the Republic of Niger. Nigerian Army strategizes on professional conduct ahead of Kogi State governorship elections. And as banditry pushes more Zamfara residents into homeless situation, State Governor solicits special intervention from NEMA. These and more on Panorama. I am Frama Panyi. We begin with diplomatic matters. A delegation from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has arrived in Niger in a last-ditch effort to peacefully resolve the standoff with the coup leaders in the country. The representative from the West African Regional Bloc arrived to the capital, Niamey, and joined efforts by United Nations Special Representative for West Africa and the Sahel, Leonardo Santos Simao, in trying to facilitate a resolution to the crisis. The diplomatic effort is to facilitate a swift and peaceful resolution to Niger's republic's crisis and a return to constitutional order. And President Bola Tinubu has described Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, as a pan-Nigerian whose personality stand out as a unifier of countrymen. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Bola Tinubu, said this at the grand reception put together by governors of the North Central Zone.
From all walks of life, Nigerians converged on the capital city of Abuja to celebrate one man whose family members, friends, well-wishers and associates describe his achievements in public service as one that stood tall like a masquerade tree. Everyone who attended wanted a handshake or at least have a glimpse of him, and the SGF must perform this tag of acknowledging all the cheers, accolades, greetings and felicitations. It was also a night of ambience that showcases Nigeria's unity in diversity, hopes and aspirations. The caliber of personalities here, including President Tinubu, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, further demonstrates what Senator George Akume represents in the Nigerian polity.
We gather to draw inspiration from the chronicles of triumphs that have given rise to such a man of honor. Perhaps what set our honoree apart is his belief in fostering unity across the rich tapestry of religions, ethnicities, and regions that make up our nation.
My brother George Akume represents humility. He represents integrity. He represents hard work.
And as you have celebrated him this day, so would he continue to celebrate the hope we all aspire for the greatness of our nation.
Our prayer is actually to ensure he succeeds.
For the man of the moment, it was time to appreciate God and those who kept faith in him.
I want to thank in a very special way President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for finding me worthy to be appointed Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Our captain is well experienced, so be at home in this ship, and he will take us to the desired destination.
Since his appointment as the 20th Secretary to the government of the Federation, groups of like minds have been putting receptions together in his honor. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Now talking security, ahead of the upcoming governorship election in Kogi State, personnel of the 12th Brigade Nigerian Army, Chari Gumeri Barracks in Lokoja, have been directed to maintain a high level of professionalism in their duties before and after the governorship election in the state. Jacob Sani reports that Major General Valentine Okoro, the General Officer commanding 2 Division of the Nigerian Army, gave the directive during his address to the personnel in Lokoja.
Major General Valentine Okoro's visit marked his first time at this location. General Commanding Officer stressed the importance of discipline, gallantry, and dedication among the troops. He encouraged the 12th Brigade to maintain a strong collaborative relationship with other security agencies in order to uphold peace and security within the region. Major General Okoro assured the troops of the full support of Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tawhid Lagbaja, and the leadership of the 2nd Division of the Nigerian Army, ensuring effective performance.
You are in the Nigerian Army today because you've made a commitment to defending the territorial integrity of this country. Is that correct? Yes, sir! You have also taken upon yourself to protect the lives and property of Nigerians. So that is the job we must do, and we must do it wholeheartedly with all the vigor and commitment.
The visit by the 12th Brigade Commander was seen as a morale boost for the troops, aimed at enhancing their overall effectiveness. Jacob Sani, NTA News.
You're watching Panorama Live, reaching you from the Network Center, Abuja. Time to hand you over to Sadia in our Sokoto studios. Hello, Sadia. What's happening in Sokoto? Over to Sadia in.
Hello, Prama. Thanks for joining us in Sokoto. Internally displaced persons in Rabba local government have been presented with flood items by the Sokoto state government in collaboration with development partners. The latter Abdullahi has more.
Rabba is one of the first local governments to experience activities of bandits in Sokoto state when it started years ago. The victims of banditry are still taking refuge in Gandhi town of Rabba local government area. Assorted food items were given to IDPs to put a smile on their faces to make their lives bearable. The beneficiaries expressed gratitude and prayed Allah to reward the donor abundantly. Representative of the developmental partners said the idea is to bring succor to the internally displaced persons and mitigate the effects of the security challenges on them. Permanent Secretary, Sokoto State Ministry for Humanitarian and Disaster Management, Amina Muhammad Jekada, commended the donors for the gesture. She assured of government's readiness to partner with any organization toward bringing succor to the internally displaced persons and other needy persons in Sokoto State.
We're here to come and also implement help and see how we can extend our hands to every community that also have these difficulties in our nation today.
The government is trying its best and is appreciative of these NGOs. On behalf of the government, we really appreciate.
Governments and donor organizations have been impacting positively on the lives of internally displaced persons and other needy persons in Sokoto State. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The overhead bridge project at Rija Diplomat area in Sokoto is to be completed by the end of this month. The project was started by the immediate past administration and is being completed by the present administration in the state. Zainab Said Abdul Nasser reports.
The construction of the 370 meters overhead bridge was awarded by the immediate past administration of Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol. The project was, however, not completed by the end of the administration, though it had reached appreciable level of completion. The site engineer Bashir Isiaku assured that the work will be completed by the end of the month.
And by God's grace, we are going to complete the job within 12 days. The road user, the exercise patient for us now but I know within a small limit of time we are going to give them the road.
In a related development, the reconstruction of some roads awarded by the present administration in Sokoto metropolis have also reached an advanced stage. The works are going on at Sahara, Diplomat and Gao-Nama areas in Sokoto metropolis. The Sokoto state government is committed to providing projects in line with its 9-point agenda towards bringing development to the state. In Sokoto, Zainab Said Abdul Nasser, NTA News.
Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has flagged off the construction of Gusau Township Roads Phase 1, which will gulf more than 4.1 billion naira. The project marks the urban renewal program of the present administration aimed at beautifying the state capital and headquarters of other local government areas of the state. Correspondent Jamil Ibrahim has details.
The deplorable condition of the township roads has over the years been a source of serious concern to residents of Zamfara state capital Gusau and the passers-by. The commitment of the present administration and the state to reverse the ugly trend appears to be on its way to becoming a reality, with the flag up for the commencement of the reconstruction of the township roads Phase 1 by Governor Dauda Lawal. The 3.5-kilometer project, awarded at the cost of more than 4.1 billion naira, involves the reconstruction and beautification of some 4 major roads within the town.
The affected roads include Bellabara roundabout, Old Market Road, Bellabara roundabout to Central Police Station Road, Bellabara roundabout to Government House, and corner NKK, Emir's Palace to Tankinlua Road.
I am hugely thankful to you for this commitment. Our prayer has been answered.
Governor Dauda Lawal said the event marks the effective take-up of his administration's urban renewal program aimed at developing the state capital and the headquarters of other 30 local government areas of the state for them to be able to compete favorably with their counterparts across the country. Zamfara State Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Alhaji Lawal Barau Bangudu, said the ministry will effectively supervise the project to ensure that it is executed in accordance with the specifications and delivered in record time. A styling feature of the contract is that all the materials and the artisans required for the execution of the project are to be sourced within the state if available. And the special advisor to the governor on political matters, Yahya Yari, presented a list of the certified artisans to be engaged in that regard. A representative of the contracting firm, Mr. Jackson, pledged that the project will be executed in accordance with the contractual agreement. The project is built to be completed within 12 months. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
In an effort to provide conducive working environment for civil servants in Kebbi State, the state governor has set machineries rolling to complete the abandoned ultra-modern secretariat in Birnin Kebbi. Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa reports.
The ultra-modern secretariat, which was started by the then governor of Kebbi State, Saidu Usman Aikengari, has been abandoned for over 10 years now. The current administration of Dr. Nafir Idris has set the ball rolling for the completion of the ultra-modern secretariat, which will accommodate all the ministries and parastatals in the state.
We don't want you people to compromise. We need a very standard work. Very standard work and according to specification.
The contractor of the 10 billion naira project assured the completion of the project within the 18-month period specification.
All our professional engineers, technologies, architecture, and craftsmen are ready to deliver this project based on specification.
The mega project is part of the campaign promises of the governor. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Jalil Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
The Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET has been predicting that northern Nigeria will experience extreme weather conditions resulting to flood. Sokoto State keeps appearing on the list of the states affected. So with me in the studio is Kasim Muhammad Yabo, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Sokoto State, to discuss on flood effects and the way forward. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So, sir, Sokoto State has been experiencing flood annually. What has been the experience so far?
Well, as you have said, Sokoto State has been experiencing flood for the past years. And it's an annual menace that affects all parts of Nigeria. Here we host some rivers and streams. We have Sokoto River, we have Gagari River, we have Bunsuru River. All this contributed to the menace. So we kickstart the whole process by collecting information from Nigerian Meteorological Services Department and Nigeria Hydrological Service Agency, who are the two key federal government agencies saddled with the responsibility of supplying useful information in order to address this menace. So immediately we collect that information, we mobilize all the stakeholders. As you are aware, flood is a cross-cutting issue. It affects a lot of stakeholders. So we put together all the stakeholders involved and we digest the information with a view to every stakeholder carrying out his right responsibility. We draw a plan of action, and that is how we start the menace. We started by mobilizing the areas concerned, having knowledge of the local government and the villages that are projected to be affected by the flood. We quickly pass the information to them, and we direct what they should do when the menace strike. And all the agencies will be set, and they will intervene at the right time when the actual menace strike.
So we're not hoping for that, but how prepared are these agencies you mentioned with regard to the situation now?
Well, we are fully prepared, and the menace has already started. As at now, we have received information from 5 out of the projected 15 local government areas that are to be affected. And we have visited where the menace has started, and we have taken information on the level, trying to compare it with the projected level, and we have started taking measures where it was projected that the menace is coming. We have taken measures. For instance, where we felt just bags of sand, by placing bags of sand to protect the community to be affected, we have already done that. And where we felt the community has to be relocated, we have supplied the information to them, and we are prepared on the places that are projected for their relocation is set. And of course, the management agency is also set to provide relief materials where necessary. The Ministry of Health also have purchased the required drugs and other things that should be done in case the menace has projected. The federal government, that is the NEMA, is also set for that, and we are all on course.
So you mentioned that some communities need relocation and some just need some barriers also. So what is the current condition of the communities affected now?
Well, you see, we have areas that we projected for their relocation. In some instances, houses were built for them to relocate. Where there are not those houses, we have some government infrastructure, like for example, schools that are currently on vacation. And we have some other infrastructures that we projected that they are to be relocated. So those areas are set, and these people are well informed. Only that we used to have some challenges with the people. Some are resisting for the relocation.
So what will be your suggestion going forward?
Well, my suggestion is for the people, particularly the affected communities, to please follow instructions. They should abide by the advices of the relevant agencies. This will help them in no small measure, because our main target is to save lives and properties.
So thank you very much, Sir Kasim, for coming to Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you.
So that was the discussion on flood effects and the way forward. We now go for a break. Panorama continues in a moment. With us on Panorama this afternoon. Men of the Federal and Oyo State Fire Service has put off the fire at the intensive care unit of the University College Hospital that occurred Saturday morning. Correspondent Ifeoluwa Omosule, who visited the scene of the incident, has details.
At the University College Hospital was said to have been caused by intermittent power outages.
The emergency respondent said they received a distress call from the University College Hospital at about 11:36 a.m. on Saturday, and they quickly swung into action to curtail the fire from spreading to other parts of the hospital.
Immediately we reach this place, you see the smoke gushing out on the top of this floor. So that is where we made the scene of this and we extinguished that fire immediately.
The fire affected intensive care units of the hospital. Although no life was lost to the inferno, but patients that could have been affected by the smoke have been relocated to other wards. Efforts to speak with the management of the hospital on the incident proved abortive. In Ibadan, Ifeoluwa Moshule, NTA News.
Of the medical director of the University College Hospital, Professor Jesse Abiodun Otanayo, has alleged the fear of the public over the fire outbreak. In a statement by the institution public relations officer Fumi Adetuyubi, the CMD said although the cause of the incident was yet to be ascertained, no casualty was recorded while services at the hospital continue. The incident was yet to be ascertained. No casualty was recorded while services at the hospital continue. With the government and people of the United States of America over the devastating wildfire that ravaged the state of Hawaii, Maui country in early August 2023, resulting in over 100 deaths and displacing thousands of people. A statement by spokesperson Ministry of Foreign Affairs Francisca Omayuli states that Nigeria is deeply touched by this unfortunate development and stands with the United States of America and affected families in these trying times. And stand with trying times.
Oh, thanks for rejoining us in our studios here in Abuja. We apologize for the loss of audio and those technical hitches from our Sokoto studio. We'll take sports update now with Bade Adeleye. And sports update by Olalekan Kilajulu concludes Panorama. We thank you for being with us. Have a beautiful day.